to start by saying that this deception is so thick, okay? So much so that you have people, and it's written, calling good evil and evil good. But what I'm just now, like, just got finished downloading in my spirit as I was just thinking about something and hearing something as well, is this. I'm starting to find out people love to live in a matrix, because even if you put all facts and present someone with the burden of proof of truth, and you present it and you lay it spread out like your spread of cards, a deck of cards, and here's my spread, I'm putting it all out there, you know, boom, here it is. So it's nothing hidden, okay? One can see my hand and see all that is out in my hand. And then after that, there's no reason why a person should continue, you would think, to continue to believe a lie and or live in deception or live blindly when everything is out on the table. So what I'm starting to see, even just in these last times, is some people, after considering the facts and being given the burden of proof, the truth, okay, and the odds are very much stacked against, you know, these perpetrators and folks that's been, you know, perpetrating themselves to be this and they're not, you know, perpetrating themselves to be of a certain ethnicity and they're not, perpetrating themselves to be about the Constitution when they're not, perpetrating themselves to be about righteousness when they're not, equality when they're not, equal level of treatment, and just things that's done in basic, you know, principles, practical principles of life, and they're not. People that perpetrated themselves to be about families with morals and having values, but they're not. They're walking around themselves with hidden secrecies. They're walking around, you know, trying to, deceive a population. But then when these people are exposed, which a lot of exposure Yah is allowing to happen in these days, it's not going to be so much that a person can say, really, I didn't know. Because even the word of Yah says, and no man will be without excuse. So once someone is presented the truth and they still want to continue to live a lie, that's what lets me know, many of you as well, that folks like to live in a matrix. They like to live and pretend. Some people would love to live and make pretend because it's much easier for them to perhaps cope. It's ideal to the way they're living. It's ideal to the way their thinking process is, the way they perceive things in their own life, in their own, behind their own closet doors, behind the scenes. Perhaps they can relate to it because they're living it themselves, a matrix. And these be the same people that are totally full of delusion and confusion. And again, we can also look at it like this. These are the same people that Yah have already allowed to be given over to a spirit of delusion. And he have chosen their delusions for them. So it's different ways that we can slice this pie, if you will, that I was led to just come on here and kind of elaborate on this a little bit, because people are enjoying some, not all, the matrix. And the thing about the matrix, if you will, and I'm looking at these folks crying when it comes to a person losing due to this person being a liar. And the lies were right head on. Lie after this, lie after lie. You know, something was told to many of us when we were coming up or growing up, even now to this day, that once you lie, you got to keep lying. You got to keep the lie going, you know. But the truth doesn't need no backup per se. You know, this is something that we have heard, a statement or what have you. And it has a lot of truth with that. You know, once somebody like that got to keep on lying. And that we have been seeing that in many ways in the church, in politics, that Yah has been allowing people to be exposed. And then you still have a group, a certain majority, that are still trusting these people to lead, whether lead as a pastor, lead as a on a presidential level. Thank Yah for just certain things that all things that he does to just come in and to intervene in a divine way, period. You know, in the communities, you know, you have people after being presented the full proof. You could be saying, look, this person is a cold-blooded murderer and they have not changed. and or pedophile, and they have not changed, and or child molester, and they have not repented, they have not changed, they have not gotten no deliverance, and what the world would say rehabilitation, and so they're still active offenders, if you will. But you have a few people that will be like, no, well, we presented this to you, we've shown you this, and they're still crying tears out of their eyes. So I'll be asking myself, are you just as fake as the Matrix? Are you real? Are you intact with reality here? Because you can't be. If one can't be, if you see the lie is staring you right in your face. So what came to my mind just now, some people prefer the Matrix over the truth. It's like a new date drug for them. For some people, they take it. They figure they can cope with it, or cope with life better, or that's their life. Just like you have some people believing they can be any animal that they want. A monkey one day, a rabbit. And the list goes on and on. Just like someone can say they can be this particular ethnicity, and then they're not. Then you have some people saying they could be this particular gender, and they're not. And the list goes, I could be a rat today. Oh, I feel like a lion, or a monkey, or a giraffe, or a cat. I'm like, really? You have people dressing like that. You have people actually trying to imitate that which they believe. So deception is thick, but I think people loving to be acquainted with the Matrix and stay within the Matrix is either just as thick or even thicker. And that's all I wanted to say. I thank y'all for the word of y'all says, knowing the truth makes one free. And that's what I wanted to share on this 7th day of this 11th month, 2024. Until next time, to Yahweh will be the glory in Yahushua's name. Amen.